Negative impact because stereotypically a hitman is bald and rough looking.
I think it'll have a couple of effects on your film. So first off, the fact that you've got two genders as your lead role, you've kind of got that gender balance there in terms of the power. So in terms of like feminism, you're kind of showing there the power of the female race, and I think that's really important. I think that's a really important message to get out in any sort of film. But then secondly, I think you can get some nice interplay between those two characters. Like two male role models together, or two male leads, they can either have like a comedy role together, like out of like Ride Along or something like that with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube, and they can be comedy. But I think it's very difficult for two males to kind of get any serious drama between them. Whereas a male and a female, I think you can get that drama, and I think that'll be very interesting.
I think it would be a really good idea to have one female and one male hitman, rather than the traditional two males. I think it would appeal to a wider audience, and that more females would be interested in watching the film.
I think the effect of changing from two male hitmen to a male and female hitman with the film would more than likely be appealing to a wider audience range.
The fact that you've made the gender of your main characters a male and female, and that they are hit persons, means that your film will be really more open to women like.
Really exciting that you've now changed it to a male and female hitman.
I think it'll have a more interesting effect, because instead of two men, which is quite common, it's going to be a man versus a woman, so there's maybe an element of maybe there's a previous relationship and they hate each other, or maybe it's just more intense because it's a woman versus a man. So you've got more emotions going through it to make it more interesting for the audience.
What that would bring is something very different to the genre, really, because very often they are hit men. There's not many women that actually play the kind of baddie and that. So what you'd be bringing is something very different. That might bring in more females into the audience. So I think that could extend your
I think it's like a negative effect on your film, because a female playing that role will not be as seriously taken as two males would.